Welcome to the Education Corner, a podcast by Education Choices magazine.
Education Corner podcast would like to welcome Mr. Ben Evans, headmaster of Windlesham House School. Established in 1837, Windlesham House School is the oldest prep school in the country and was the first prep school to become co-educational in 1967. Located on a 65-acre estate in the South Downs, today the school aims to balance its rich history and tradition with a modern outlook. Whether day or boarding, all Windlesham House pupils benefit from the school's open-minded approach, from the non-uniform policy to the choice of over 200 co-curricular activities. Windlesham House School recently announced that they will be joining the Charterhouse family of schools with the merging of their charities in August 2025. It's wonderful to have you with us again, Ben.
Thank you very much. Great to be here, Chloe.
Firstly, could you give us a bit of background about this merger and what has led to this change?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, I'm very fortunate at Windlesham to have a brilliant board of governors who are totally committed to the future of the school. And part of their role is to look at the strategic direction of the school. And it was probably over 2 years ago that clearly the educational landscape was about to change, was going to change. I think none of us knew it would change quite so much by 2025, but their foresight and their planning at that time led us to looking to see whether a partnership with the senior school would be the right thing for Windlesham. We set about looking for a senior school that would be a good fit, that would have shared values, a shared ethos, and Charterhouse was our obvious choice. And we were very fortunate that Charterhouse thought the same, that they could see in Windlesham a school with a long history, a rich tradition, and one which would really align very closely to their values and their educational philosophy. So that's really how it started. And it took over just under 2 years really to ensure that it was right for us as a school and the future of Windlesham, but also Charterhouse were very keen to make sure we were right for them and their growing family of schools. And that due diligence on both parts, it has ensured a really good fit.
Windlesham is now the second prep school in the Charterhouse family, following their successful merger with Edgeborough in 2021. And this was described as Windlesham will play a distinctive and complementary role alongside Edgeborough within the family. Could you share more about your role alongside Edgeborough and the benefits of both prep schools working within this family of schools?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been really interesting to see the journey that Edgeborough has gone through with their merger. I knew the head at the time of the merger, and I know Dan Cox, the current head, very well indeed. And so therefore we, again, have a very close affinity in terms of what we believe is a good education, how we run our schools as well. And for me, to see how closely they work with Charterhouse and the benefits that bring is exciting. So I think where we are now is that we are quite different prep schools in terms of our parental market, in terms of the pupils who come to us. We have our full boarding, and that's a major part of what of Windlesham, always has been and always will be. Edgeborough, whilst it has weekly boarding, is also very much a day school for the local Surrey parents. So we are different but very similar, and therefore we'll be able to work closely in terms of sharing expertise, sharing good practice. And for me, having always run standalone prep schools, it's actually really exciting to know that we will have a partner prep school, and also obviously Charterhouse as that support and the benefits and opportunities that will bring our pupils and our staff. I think the staff especially are very excited about their professional development and being able to work closely with colleagues at another prep school as well as colleagues at a senior school too. So we're looking forward to the future in terms of how we can work together, shared opportunities and sharing good practice
In the announcement of Windlesham House joining the Charterhouse family of schools, you stated, "It's clear to me that the ethos of our schools is similar in many ways, blending tradition and innovation in order to provide exceptional education for our young people." Could you tell us more about the shared ethos and how you hope to bring this through your partnership?
I mean, Charterhouse for me is a school I've admired for many years as a prep school head. We've been sending children to Charterhouse. We've been recommending Charterhouse for our families for a number of years, both here at Windlesham and before at Edge Grove. And I think Alex Peterkin has transformed the school in terms of its educational philosophy, and we are very closely aligned. Charterhouse is a school based very much on academic rigor and providing an academic focus and an exciting educational journey. And so are we at Windlesham. We want our children to have the very best teaching and learning. But at the same time, as with Charterhouse, we are committed to giving them as many different opportunities as possible to experience a range of exciting and different opportunities in sport and music and art and drama, because every child will find their passion. Every child will find something that they love, something that they excel at. And it's our job as a prep school to ignite those fires and to really find those passions. And Charterhouse will continue that journey for those pupils who choose to move there for their senior school. Therefore, for me to be part of that family of schools where we have such closely aligned values and what we consider to be a very good education, and underpinning all of that for us at Windlesham is a community built on kindness. A community built on mutual respect. And I know that Charterhouse very much follows that too. It's a very closely knit school where kindness is highly valued. And so therefore, looking at both our schools, it does seem such a very good fit.
Part of this shared ethos is your commitment to well-established boarding co-education offer for UK and international families. Why do you feel that this co-educational boarding offer continues to be so important for so many families?
Boarding for Windlesham is something that is very much part of our DNA. We've been a boarding school since 1837 and are one of the few full boarding prep schools left in the country. Boarding provides so many different opportunities for our children, whether they are our full boarders and they're living with us, or whether they're weekly boarders, many come from London or the surrounding area, where they're just able to build their independence, be part of that very different and special boarding community, whilst being able to access so many different opportunities that happen after school and the friendships that develop. And that will always be the case. Boarding will always provide those opportunities. And I think for us as a boarding prep school, we're able to, in a smaller environment, in an environment where we're actively looking after children all the time and we know them so well, we're able to build those foundations for a successful boarding experience at senior school. And therefore, boarding will always be very much part of Windlesham, and we're very keen to be able to promote boarding for our families and the benefits and opportunities that boarding bring. And I know from personal experience that boarding at Charterhouse is very much alive and a hugely important part of their school life too. And it's great to be, again, part of that full boarding community.
For families and pupils looking to apply to Windlesham, will your admissions process or fees be impacted by this change?
No, not at all. We're very much, we will retain our own identity. And I think that's something that I'm very keen to ensure our current parents and prospective parents are clear about. We will retain our name, our identity, our uniform policy, all those things that are very special to Windlesham and that are unique to us and make the school the place that it is. And therefore, our pupils will be expected to follow the same admissions policies and procedures as any other pupil at any other school in order to gain a place at Charterhouse. But of course, we will continue to prepare them well, and therefore they will be successful in terms of not only academic endeavour, but the importance that schools like Charterhouse now place on the interview and the co-curricular CV that children have, and the fact that they can talk freely and with confidence about everything that they enjoy about school and why, especially why they are keen to move on to Charterhouse. So no, we will remain the same, and our fees will remain at Windlesham fees. So life continues as normal. On the 3rd of September, when we open for the autumn term, Windlesham will look and feel very much as it does now. But behind the scenes, there'll be an awful lot going on to support and to provide a richer and exciting curriculum and educational experience for our children.
Many parents also consider senior school destinations when choosing a prep school, and Charterhouse is already a popular option for pupils after they leave Windlesham House. Through this partnership, will more pupils be encouraged to choose Charterhouse at 13 plus? And will the application process change for those who do apply to Charterhouse?
Well, this year, we're sending our Year 8 pupils to 30 different schools, and every year that is the case. We're committed to finding the right school for every single child, and that's the right academic fit, the right pastoral fit, whether it's co-ed or single sex, weekly or full boarding, and that will continue. That's very much part of our job. Part of my job that I love is ensuring that we find the right school so that each child will continue to flourish and hit the ground running at their senior school. Charterhouse has always been popular with our parents, naturally so, because we're co-ed, Charterhouse is co-ed. As discussed, we have very closely aligned values and ethos. There is the opportunity to weekly or full board. So therefore, it's a natural option, and it's not too far. It's close to London. It's close to those communication links, airports and things. So therefore, it will continue to be a popular option. And of course, whilst we will continue to promote it to those and recommend it to those children for whom we think it's the right school, we'll still continue to send to all the top schools all around the country. And that certainly will be our priority, as we have done for so many years.
And you've got very strong links with so many schools, haven't you, that you feed?
And links that we continue to build and forge and very much value.
You also shared, I believe, that together we will provide an exceptional academic yet all-round curriculum to prepare pupils for life. And Dr. Alex Peterkin, head at Charterhouse, echoed this, saying, I believe that our collective offer will be exceptional. What are some areas in which you're particularly looking forward to working on collaboratively to enhance your offer to your pupils?
I mean, there are so many areas, and for me as an educationalist, this is what makes our new partnership so exciting. But I think one of the areas that we are so closely aligned is our understanding that our children are going to inherit and work and be part of a very different world, a world with different jobs, with a different way of working. And we have to ensure our children are ready for that future. Charterhouse are very much committed through their Future You programme to ensure their pupils are future ready. And with our Diploma and Futures programme that is now in its second year at Windlesham, that's very much part of our priority in our curriculum, the entrepreneurship, the leadership, the financial literacy, ensuring that those soft skills that may be lost in a sea of exam preparation, even at prep school, are valued and are prioritized. Communication skills, the ability to question and be curious and to take risks and be resilient, all those things are really important. And I see that we'll be able to collaborate very closely in ensuring that our children are future ready. Our children will be ready for Charterhouse, and they will be then prepared beyond their time at Charterhouse and to be successful adults in a rapidly evolving and changing world. We've already put in place opportunities for sports masterclasses, to develop our golf program. It's very much an important part of our provision, our 9-hole golf course, our golf simulator, and to be able to provide that pathway, not only in golf, but in all areas of sport and music and drama, so that children know that their passions will be continued. They can continue on that journey to get better and better. We want our children just to have excellence in all they do. So as a school, we'll be working very closely with the departments at Charterhouse and with their staff to provide increasing opportunities for children to experience and to use resources beyond those that would normally be found in a prep school. So it does ensure that our curriculum will be enriched, our teaching and learning will be enhanced, our teaching staff will be provided with greater professional development, and we're all very keen to embrace that and to make the most of it.
When we last spoke on the podcast last year, we talked about your less traditional approach with no uniform and flexible classrooms. What impact do you feel these unique approaches have on your pupils? And will these be impacted at all when you join the Charterhouse group?
Even since we last spoke, Chloe, our flexible classrooms and the impact that has on our children's learning and their outcomes, it has been enhanced even further. Our children at Windlesham are given the opportunity to have not only that academic rigor and real excitement in their learning, but they're also able to develop it beyond the norm. And that's what we want to continue to do through the way that we understand how children learn, through the curriculum that we provide. Our non-uniform policy, we have a dress code, but it allows children to be individuals, and we're very keen to nurture and cherish each child's individuality and for them to build on that as they move through Windlesham, but while still being part of a very close-knit community. But we're ambitious for our children in so many different ways, and so are Charterhouse. Therefore, again, we come back to those closely aligned values and our ambition and excitement that we want children to have at the school, and fun. Most of all, children, if they're happy and having fun at school, will be learning. They will just develop this confidence, and they do develop a confidence with us that allows them to think, yes, I can have a go at that. It doesn't matter if I haven't done it before, if I'm not going to be the best at it, or I might not like it. I'm going to have a go at it anyway. And that wave of enthusiasm that just runs through the school will allow them when they move on to Charterhouse or any senior school to believe in themselves, to have the confidence that they can have a go and that they can be successful, but also not to bring down any barriers that might be there, and especially in their teenage years when things can get a little bit more tricky. So I think we'll continue to do that. We'll continue to innovate. We'll continue to challenge the norms that we do at Windlesham, but at the same time work very closely with Charterhouse to ensure that journey is as seamless as it possibly can be for those children that choose to move on there.
And you also shared that this exciting opportunity will provide tremendous additional impetus to support the next chapters in Windlesham's future. Windlesham's future and the opportunities that lie ahead for our pupils are very exciting indeed. Just further to everything that you've said, which is so helpful to our parents and anyone listening, what are your plans, Ben, for the future, looking into 2026 of Windlesham as a part of this family of schools?
Yeah, well, I mean, Windlesham now moves on to its 190th year very soon. So our tradition and heritage will continue and will always be there. And we very much value that. But at the same time, we want to move forward. And our partnership now with Charterhouse will allow us to have that exciting future, will allow us to look forward with confidence at a time when life is tricky for schools out there, and we've been fortunate in that we've been able to move into this partnership from a position of strength, and we will become stronger and stronger together. And for me, that's the most exciting thing. Windlesham will continue to provide that nurturing childhood, and we want our children to remain children for as long as possible in our amazing environment here in the South Downs. That will continue. Nothing will change. But at the same time, that excitement and that academic enrichment will continue, but will again get better and better. And together with Edgeborough and Charterhouse, we'll be able to ensure not only an exciting future for our school and for our pupils, but one which holds endless possibilities. And for me, that's something I'm very much looking forward to.
Thank you so much for giving up your time, Ben. And it really is exciting news.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.